Well guys, here we go. I'm going to do the voiceover test here to see how the microphone is on this dual dash cam. Of course, not expecting much out of the dual dash cam voice here, mainly because a lot of these small cameras have such a small pickup for the microphone that it comes across either muffled, garbled, or very, very like tinny kind of a thing, right? But pretty much, like I said here, just doing a little test just to see how the quality of it is. If the quality stacks up, then maybe I'll turn this thing into kind of a rolling vlog type of camera. Of course, just doing a lap here through the traffic of my wonderful town of Lloydminster, Alberta. Not expecting to catch much, of course, on this wonderful journey. But hey, you never know, stranger things have happened. We have a lot of interesting drivers in this town. A lot of drivers that are very inexperienced, and a lot of drivers that are, think they are indestructible in their big jacked up trucks and things like that. Of course, I've done 2 or 3 videos on this camera now. Of course, I've done the original unboxing video. I've done the installation and 720p road test, and I've done the 1080p road test video. And of course, I haven't had a chance to edit up the 1080p road test video yet, but when I did the 720p video, the quality wasn't 100% there, It was a little bit blurry, especially on the night shots, which of course, I guess you can't really hold the camera 110% responsible for the night shots being like blurry. Really, when you're dealing with low light, and it does have 4 LEDs that come on in the night, but in conjunction with your vehicle headlights, it's meant to be used. So I don't have HIDs or nothing real bright in this truck for headlights, so it could be a perfect storm of a couple of combinations. Of course, when I did the 720p road test, the snow wasn't on the ground like it is now, so therefore it was really, really dark, especially in the outlying areas. Like, I did a loop around the city where there isn't a lot of street lights, so therefore it was extra dark, where the snow now on the 1080p one would reflect a little more light. So like I said, I hadn't really had a chance yet to review the footage that I shot, but I'm hoping that it turned out to be better resolution for one, as well as a little better quality in terms of not blurry and stuff like that. Of course, in the 721, a little weird thing happened when I was doing, of course, the night 720p. It looked like the front camera was picking up fairly good. It was dark, right? But the rear-facing camera that faces out my back window here would go light, like bright. I don't know if it was trying to compensate for something, or if the LEDs on the rear-facing camera was reflecting off the glass of the truck here. That would stand to reason why it was doing what it was doing. I suppose in the perfect world where your truck didn't get a lot of moisture, like rain or like us with snow and stuff like that, you could probably mount the rear-facing camera outside of the truck, expose it to the elements. However, for us anyway, that would be like a death sentence for the rear-facing camera, because of course between the UV of the sun and the rain, basically it would probably cause the wires in the camera and stuff like that to rot away, to yellow, basically to disintegrate, if you want to say. But pretty much, guys, I'm going to turn on the old heater fan motor here. I get some background noise going on just to see how well this responds to other conditions here. Of course, doing the road test here, we're getting like the cab noise inside the truck. Some of the in-car or in-dash cameras that I've used gets drowned out by the road noise, where I'm looking for one that performs, 90% okay on inside noise. So like I said, gonna turn the heater on about where I normally go, keep talking here and see what happens. So I don't know if this is gonna make it on out or anything, but I'll just do a little bit of a test here. If it doesn't, I'll just do music and take it on from there. Of course, I went down to the old post office to pick up a package here, and of course we had ourselves a Canada Post fail, and the slip came out here like 3 days ago, and usually it's like 1 o'clock the next day when you go down to pick it up. So I went down there like 3 days after that, just because of the way my schedule is, the way things work. And of course the lady takes a slip, like they always do, goes in the back and comes on out and goes, well, do you know what you got? And I had no idea what it was, because sometimes it takes 2 or 3 sometimes I have 2 or 3 packages coming on through, right? So therefore I had no idea if it was going to be the box good that I wanted, or the envelope or blister pack good, or heck, I even got a phone case coming from China, which usually takes about 6 weeks. So of course she comes on back like maybe 30 seconds later and goes, nope, can't find it. And then she goes, well, you're going to have to come back tomorrow because our systems are down. Well, instead of pretending to look for it, if she would have said our systems are down, I'm sorry, sir, can you come back tomorrow? Then, no problem, I would have, right? So of course, I kind of went away, and it's been a couple more days after that, and I was kind of worried that they were going to send her back to where she come from. So went on down, picked her up now, and I believe it's the one item that I ordered online from a big box electronics store. So if that's the case, then I can continue on with my editing studio monitor setup that I want to do. So hopefully it's what I think it is and not the phone case. And I believe the phone case, like I said, was coming from China, and this one here had a return address of like online orders from Brampton, I believe, Ontario. So therefore I believe it's what I'm hoping for. So pretty much, guys, like I said, gonna go in, pick up a few things, and take it all from there.